हेलो दोस्तों, बिगनर्स माइंड में आपका स्वागत है। और अभी हम क्या कर रहे हैं, फूड सिक्योरिटी इन इंडिया, चैप्टर नंबर 4 जो है, ठीक है। तो इकोनॉमी का क्या कर चुके हैं, 3 चैप्टर जो कि 9th क्लास के हैं, ठीक है। वो कंप्लीट कर लिए, नहीं देखे तो पुरानी वीडियो में जाकर देख लेना, प्लेलिस्ट बना रखी है। और इसको हम कहाँ तक लेके जाएंगे, 9th से लेकर 12th तक जाएंगे, ठीक है। NCERT ओवरव्यू क्या है, ओवरव्यू। फूड सिक्योरिटी मीन्स अवेलेबिलिटी, accessibility and affordability of food to all people at all times. The poor households are more vulnerable to food insecurity whenever there is a problem of production or distribution of food crops. Food security depends on the public distribution system (PDS) and government vigilance and action at times when this security is threatened. What is food security? Food is an is has essential for living, as air is for breathing, but food security means something more than getting 2 square meals. Food security has following dimensions. Availability of food means food production within the country, food imports and the previous year stock stored in government granaries. Accessibility means food is within reach of every person. Affordability implies that an individual has enough money to buy sufficient, safe, and nutritious food to meet one's dietary needs. Thus, food security is ensured in a country only if enough food is available for all the persons. All persons have the capacity to buy food of acceptable quality, and there is no barrier on access to food. Why food security? The poorest section of the society might be food insecure most of the times, while persons above the poverty line might also be food insecure when the country faces a national disaster, calamity like earthquake, drought, flood, tsunami, widespread failure of crops, causing famine, etc. How is food security affected during a calamity? Due to a natural calamity, says drought, total production of food grains decreases. जो भी है ये कहना चाह रहा है कि जब भी सुनामी आती है, कोई बहुत बड़ा फ्लड आ जाता है, ठीक है। तब ये जो हमारे खेत वगैरह होते हैं सब खराब हो जाते हैं, प्रोडक्शन जितनी भी होती है हमारी फूड की, टोटल वेस्ट चली जाती है, कम हो जाती है, टोटल वेस्ट नहीं होती, मतलब कम हो जाती है। इट क्रिएट्स अ शॉर्टेज ऑफ फूड इन द अफेक्टेड एरियाज। जहाँ पर भी ये आते हैं, सुनामी और फ्लड वगैरह आते हैं, वहाँ पर फूड की क्या हो जाती है, शॉर्टेज हो जाती है। ड्यू टू शॉर्टेज ऑफ फूड द प्राइसेस गोज अप। जब शॉर्टेज हो जाती है, लोगों को कम मिलेगा, तो लोग क्या करेंगे, महंगे में भी खरीदेंगे, इसलिए प्राइस क्या हो जाती है, इंक्रीज हो जाती है। अगर कहीं पे 100 किलो टमाटर हैं और ख़रीदने वाले 200 हैं, तो फिर वहाँ पे रेट कैसे कर देंगे, मतलब ज़्यादा होंगे, नॉर्मल सी बात है, ठीक है। और कहीं पे 200 किलो मान लो टमाटर हैं और ख़रीदने वाले 5 हैं, तो फिर इसके रेट बिल्कुल ना के बराबर होंगे। इस हिसाब से डिमांड सप्लाई का गेम चलता है। एट द हाई प्राइसेस सम पीपल कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू बाय फूड। ज़्यादा प्राइस होता है तो फिर लोग नहीं खरीद पाते। इट सच क्लैमिटी हैपन्स इन अ वेरी वाइड स्प्रेड एरिया और इज स्ट्रेस्ड ओवर अ लॉन्गर टाइम पीरियड। इट मे कॉज अ सिचुएशन ऑफ starvation. A massive starvation might take a turn of famine. A famine is characterized by widespread deaths due to starvation and epidemics caused by forced use of contaminated water or decaying food and loss of body resistance due to weakening from starvation. The most devastating famine that occurred in India was the or famine of Bengal in 1943. This famine killed 30 lakh people in province of Bengal. प्रोडक्शन कितनी हुई 1938 में, 85। इंपोर्ट कितना हुआ, कुछ भी नहीं। एक्सपोर्ट कितना हुआ, जीरो। टोटल अवेलेबिलिटी 85। 1939 में 79, चार हमने इंपोर्ट कर दिया, एक्सपोर्ट कुछ नहीं करा था 83। ऐसे ही 1943 में 76 प्रोडक्शन हुआ, लाख टन है ये, इंपोर्ट करा तीन, एक्सपोर्ट कुछ नहीं करा, 79 का 79 हमारा हो गया, ठीक है। अब ये इस पे डिस्कस करने को कोई मतलब उठता नहीं है। अब चलते हैं अगले पेज पे। ये एक्टिविटी अपने आप कर लेना, प्रोजेक्ट वर्क नहीं भी करोगे तो ज़्यादा अच्छी बात है। नथिंग लाइक द बंगाल famine हैज़ happened in India again, but it is disturbing to note that even today there are places like Kalahandi and Kashipur in Odisha, where famine-like conditions have been existing for many years, and where some starvation deaths have also been reported. Starvation deaths are also reported in Baran district of Rajasthan, Palamau district of Jharkhand, and many other remote areas during the recent years. Therefore, food security is needed in a country to ensure food at all times. Who are food insecure? Although a large section of people suffer from food and nutrition insecurity in India, the most affected groups are landless people with little or no land to depend upon in to traditional. Additionally, traditional artisan provide providers of traditional services, petty self-employed workers, and destitutes, including beggars. In the urban areas, the food insecure families are those who working members are generally employed in all paid, ill-paid occupation and casual labor market. These workers are largely engaged in seasonal activities and are paid very low wages that just ensure bare survival. Story of Ramu. रामू की स्टोरी सुन लेते हैं. Ramu works as a casual laborer in agriculture in Raipur village. His eldest son Somu, who is 10-year-old, also works as a pali to look after the cattle of the Sarpanch of the village, Satpal Singh. Somu is employed for the whole year by the Sarpanch and is paid a sum of 1000 rupees for this work. Ramu has three more sons and two daughters, but they are too young to work on the field. His wife, Sunehari, is also part-time, working as house cleaner for the livestock, removing and managing cow dung. She gets half-liter milk and some cooked food along with vegetables for her daily work. Besides, she also works in the field along with her husband in the busy season and supplements his earnings. Agriculture being a seasonal activity employs Ramu only during times of sowing, transplanting and harvesting. He remains unemployed for about 4 months during the period of plant consolidation and maturing in a year. He looks for work in other activities. Sometimes he gets employment in brick laying or in construction activities in the village. By all his effort, Ramu is able to earn enough either in cash or kind for him to buy essential for two square meals for his family. However, during the days when he is unable to get some work, he and his family really face difficulties, and sometimes his small kids have to sleep without food. Milk and vegetables are not a regular part of meals in the family. Ramu is food insecure during 4 months when he remains unemployed because of the seasonal nature of agriculture work. Story of Ahmad. Ahmad is a rickshaw puller in Bangalore. He has shifted from Jumuri Talha along with his three brothers, two sisters, and old parents. He stays in a juggi. The survival of all members of his family depends on his daily earnings from pulling rickshaw. However, he does not have a secured employment and his earnings fluctuate every day. During some days, he get enough earnings for him to save some amount after buying all his day-to-day necessities. On other days, he barely earns enough to buy his daily necessities. However, fortunately, Ahmed has a yellow card, which is PDS card for below poverty line people. With this card, Ahmed gets sufficient quantity of wheat rice, sugar, and kerosene oil for his daily use. He gets these essentials at half of the market price. He purchases his monthly stock during a particular day when the ration shop is opened for below poverty people. In this way, Ahmad is able to eke out his survival with less than sufficient earnings for his big family where he is the only earning member, जहाँ पर कि वो क्या है, खाली खुद ही कमाता है. Run his family even with small earnings from rickshaw pulling. The social composition, along with the inability to buy food, also plays a role in food insecurity. The SCs, STs, and some sections of the OBCs, lower caste among them, who have either poor land base or very low land productivity, are prone to food insecurity. The people affected by natural disasters who have to migrate to other areas in search of work are also among the most food insecure people. A high incidence of malnutrition prevails among women. This is a matter of serious concern as it puts even the unborn baby at the risk of malnutrition. A large proportion of pregnant and nursing mothers and children under the age of 5 years constitute an important segment of the food insecure population. According to the National Health and Family Survey (NHFS) 1998-99, the number of such women and children is approximately 11 crore. The food insecure people are disproportionately disproportionately large in some regions of the country, such as economically backward states with high incidence of poverty, tribal and remote areas, regions more prone to natural disasters, etc. In fact, the states of Uttar Pradesh, eastern and southern eastern parts, Bihar, Jharkhand, Orissa, West Bengal, Chhattisgarh, parts of Madhya Pradesh, and Maharashtra account for largest number of food insecure people in the country. Hunger is another aspect indicating food insecurity. Hunger is not just an expression of poverty, it brings about poverty. The attainment of food security therefore involves eliminating current hunger and reducing the risk of future hunger. Hunger has chronic and seasonal dimensions. Chronic hunger is a consequence of diets persistently inadequate in terms of quantity and/or quality. Poor people suffer from chronic hunger because of their very low income and in turn inability to buy food even for survival. Seasonal hunger is related to cycles of food growing and harvesting. This is prevalent in rural areas because of the seasonal nature of agricultural activities and in urban areas because of the casual labor. Example, there is less work for casual construction labor during the rainy season. This type of hunger exists when a person is unable to get work for entire year. The percentage of seasonal as well as chronic hunger has declined in India as shown in the above table. India is aiming at self-sufficiency in food grains since independence. After independence, Indian policy makers adopted all measures to achieve self-sufficiency in food grains. India adopted a new strategy in agriculture which resulted in the Green Revolution, especially in the production of wheat and rice. Indira Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India, officially recorded the impressive strides of the Green Revolution agriculture by releasing a special stamp entitled Wheat Revolution in July 1968. कब हुआ था? Wheat Revolution 1968 कब हुआ था? जुलाई में. The success of wheat was later replicated in rice. The increase in food grains was, however, disproportionate. The highest rate of growth has been achieved in Uttar Pradesh and Punjab, where food grain production reached an all-time high of 78.9 million tons in 2012-13, Production of food grain in Uttarakhand, Jharkhand, Assam, Tamil Nadu has dropped. West Bengal and Uttar Pradesh, on the other hand, recorded significant increase in rice yield in 2012 to 2013. अब ये है एक्टिविटी जो करनी है, देख लेंगे कल को। यहाँ आज इतना ही रखते हैं। फूड सिक्योरिटी इन इंडिया को करेंगे कल।